Peter, it appears the CDC is quietly changing information on its website with regard to autism and vaccines. Is this in response, do you think, to the McCullough Foundation's groundbreaking work on this issue that I've seen personally all over the internet?
I think so, Gina. Dr. McCullough worked tirelessly for the past year to put together a full report over all the possible causes of autism and trying to weight the probability that, say, something like environmental causes was higher than vaccines. But no, vaccines, and particularly the 32 vaccines that our children received before the age of 2, is the most probable and likely cause for the autism epidemic, which has just exploded in the last 20 years. And I think the CDC finally is acknowledging the fact that we're not actually testing vaccines for safety. We're testing vaccines against older versions of the same vaccine. And we're never testing the fact that people get 32 vaccines before the age of 2. We're only testing single vaccines at a time.
Yeah, it's fascinating when you look at the ingredients, the toxins, the things that you would never ingest, even some of the things that are derived from meat products and other things that are, all the vegans out there are going and getting their vaccines. And I'm just like, that was derived from, and in some cases, even fetal tissue, which is utterly disgusting. But this change in guidance, does it reflect the growing power and influence of the medical freedom movement that so many of us have fought for so long, and real science finally, not just lies that are paid for by Big Pharma to cultivate profits for Big Pharma and for the AMA, the American Medical Association?
It absolutely does, Gina. This is a win, and there's no doubt about it. And it's a long overdue win. Now, I know we've been talking about a lot of these things around vaccines for years now, and I know people were a little frustrated at the pace that the CDC under Secretary Kennedy was rolling out some of these changes. But we've seen a lot of positive movement this year around things like vaccine when it comes to both childhood vaccination schedule, when it comes to lessening the recommendations for the COVID vaccine, as well as now acknowledgement that childhood autism may be a state that's caused by our obnoxious and overkill childhood vaccine schedule.